The Aristocats, The Birthday Wish by Calliope Glass. Calliope Glass. Good night, my loves, Duchess said as her little tail swished softly as she gave both of each kittens, Berlioz, Toulouse, and Marie, a tender nuzzle. Good night, kiddos, O'Malley said as he tucked them in tow. Berlioz and Toulouse purred happily, but Marie wasn't ready to go to bed. Please, may I go to the party tonight? She asked. I promise I'll be good. Duchess smiled and shook her head. Scat Cat will have his other birthday parties, and you can go to those when you're older. But for now, you need a good night's sleep. Duchess and O'Malley left and left the door shut quietly behind them. Marie listened to Berlioz begin to snore softly, and Toulouse's whiskers were twisting. Soon both of her brothers were fast asleep, but Marie was wide awake. Voices drifted from the downstairs, and then the music. Duchess and O'Malley were throwing a surprise party for their friend Scat Cat. He was a jazz musician who had helped Duchess and her kittens when they were separated from their owner. Marie sighed. Oh, how she wished she could be allowed to join them. Why, Scat Cat was her friend too. This wasn't fair. After all, Marie could hear them laugh and dance and sing, and she was just as grown-up as any. That's it, Marie thought, and she snuck into the party if she could be an adult. Tiptoeing quietly, she made her way down the stairs. A coat closet would be full of things that she could disguise herself as, and the noise in the ballroom became louder and louder as Marie slipped into the dark closet. She rummaged through, trying on stuff. A feather boa tickled her nose. A frilly bonnet wasn't glamorous enough for the party, and the dark glasses made it almost impossible for Marie to see anything. Finally, she found the most perfect disguise, and she thought she looked very grown up. Marie crept into the parlor and looked around. Scat Cat was leading the band in a fast-paced jazz number. Duchess and O'Malley were chatting with some other cats in the corner. But most of the cats were dancing, and they danced all over the floors and tables, and even the cats were swinging from the chandelier. Marie wanted to dance too. But I have to stay quiet, she reminded herself. I mustn't get caught. This is a beautiful house, someone said. Marie turned around to see an old lady with a sparkly collar, and she was talking to Marie. Thank you, Marie said. Then she slipped a paw over her mouth. She was supposed to be disguised as a guest. No one could have possibly known it was her house. I mean, Marie added in a hurry, I think so too. The old lady gave Marie a funny look, and Marie decided to change the subject fast. I like your collar. I like your hat, the cat said. Marie beamed. It was working. Her disguise was perfect. Nearby, a cat in an apron appeared carrying a large platter. Who wants tuna ice cream? Tuna ice cream. I do. Marie raised her paw and jumped up and down. Then she remembered she was supposed to act like a grown-up. The apron cat handed her a bowl. Thank you very much, young fellow, Marie said in her best adult voice and tasted the ice cream. She purred loudly. Tuna was her favorite. Later, some guests decided to play some games. Marie enjoyed the charades, and Pin a Tail and the doggy was her favorite, and she won every round. Marie removed her blindfold and band to play the next tune. Scat Cat put his trumpet down. You're on your own, fellas, he said to the band. This birthday cat has a date with the dance floor. Scat Cat walked over to Marie. Ma'am, he said with a wink, may I have this dance? Marie forgot about getting into trouble, and she put her paw in his, and Scat Cat led her out to the dance floor. Uh-oh, Marie. You're supposed to be sleeping. Enjoying the party, Marie? Scat Cat asked. Oh, yes, Marie said, and then she gasped. I mean, who's Marie? She said, trying to cover up her mistake. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me, said Scat Cat. Let's have a dance. The music swelled, and Marie took Scat Cat's advice, and then the piano trilled, and Scat Cat spun her around like a top. Marie whirled, and her disguise went flying off. Marie! The music stopped and everybody stared. Marie's disguise was gone and her mother was marching down right towards her. Young lady, you're supposed to be in bed, Duchess said. Marie looked up sadly. I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't mean to disappoint you. Marie felt a mistake was making her mother angry. Hey now, said a rumbly voice. Marie looked up and it was Scat Cat. Say, Duchess, it's my birthday too, Scat Cat said, and Marie is my friend. How about letting her stay? Scat Cat leaned over the birthday cake on the table. It's my birthday wish, he said, and he blew out the candles and winked at Marie, and she smiled back. Duchess sighed. Look closely at Marie and Scat Cat. Well, just this once, I suppose, but you're going to bed early tomorrow. Understood, Marie? Marie nodded happily. Thank you, Mama, and I promise I'll never sneak out again. So Marie stayed for the party, singing and dancing and talking with the grown-ups, and finally it was time for everybody to go home. Marie was sleepy, as she had ever been. As Duchess carried her to bed, Marie heard Scat Cat said, Thanks for coming to my party, Marie. Happy birthday, Scat Cat, Marie called back. Thank you for the dance. Marie couldn't stop smiling as Duchess tucked her back into bed with her brothers, and she had never forgotten that special night. Or Scat Cat's birthday wish. Why is it always the last sentence that we always trip over? It makes no sense. Maybe it's time for me to go to bed too. What you think? TT bedtime? TT bedtime. Look, I'm tired. Good night, my littles. Love you guys.